Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 48, got that correct this time, of Sonic Boom TV. Just a quick thought here. I was thinking about maybe stopping making these videos. I don't have a lot of viewers, and I have been having some money issues lately, and I thought maybe I should just stop because I'm not going to be able to buy too much new stuff. And then on Friday, my car decided it was not doing what it needs to be doing, and I had to put that in the shop on Monday. I haven't been able to work since then because I do DoorDash, and I need my car to do that. I did have an interview with a real, not a real job, but a real job, I guess, on Monday as well. Haven't heard back, so I don't know if that's going to work or not. Hopefully it does. But anyway, my car is going to cost another $1,300 to fix, and I'm probably not getting it back till tomorrow or Thursday. So I'm not going to be able to buy new records, new CDs, and even used stuff. Probably I'm not going to be able to buy anything for a little while, unless I get that job and money starts coming in better. Maybe I can take care of these bills, but I've got more debt than I want to have right now, and I'm not buying more records, CDs, whatever, to keep doing that. So I thought, well, I don't really want to quit the channel because there are a few people that watch that regularly. I mean, I don't get a lot of views, but there's a couple people that do show a little interest in, and so I figured I'd keep doing it, but I got to come up with something different. So as we saw last time, I did the rankings of my Faster Pussycat albums, and I think I'm just going to do stuff like that for a while. But what I wanted to show today, I did go to the Thrift Store on Saturday, and got a few things. Went to two places and found maybe 6 or 7, maybe 8 things. We'll see when we get through this. But after that, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to come up with some something. I don't know, to entertain whoever wants to be entertained. So anyway, let's start with what I got at the thrift stores. These 3 came from the red, white, and blue store here. They were all $1.99, I believe. And it was, they had a lot of CDs this time, but they were like a lot of stuff I've already had, or just stuff I've never heard of at all, like in any genre. It was just weird stuff. But I managed to pick up 3 things. First one is the Bouncing Souls, Anchors Away. This is the first official CD, record, tape, anything that I've ever had by Bouncing Souls. I've had a lot of songs by Bouncing Souls. I think maybe I got some stuff from the library. My dog is coughing in the other room. I've had a lot of songs that were on various compilations and stuff like that. So I had a lot of stuff by them, but I only had part of this album. I had like 3 songs from this album. So I saw this and I was like, I gotta get it, So $1.99 couldn't beat it. Bouncing Souls are a great punk rock band. I think they're from maybe Boston, somewhere like that. I may be totally wrong on that. But I've always liked them and just never got around to finding anything. Never bought any CDs, any records, anything. So I'm glad to have this in my collection, and hopefully now that I've found one thing, more will come whenever I get back out there to be able to buy stuff. The next one was Grant Lee Buffalo. Got the $1.99 right over the name. Grant Lee Buffalo's Mighty Joe Moon. I had one of their first album, which was Fuzzy. That's what it was called, Fuzzy. And I don't remember too much about them. They were from one of those '90s bands that probably had a hit on the radio. And you buy. For me back then, I was buying anything that I liked a song. I would run out and get the album. It was just a different time. When everything on the radio was kind of good, for me anyway. And so I I got all kind of stuff, and some bands I only have one CD, and this is one of them. I think they only had 4 albums, but I know it's going to be pretty good, so I'll check this out this week, and I'll probably play the old one too, just to try to remember what the song was that was the one hit or whatever. The other one, an album I've looked for a while, but I never see it. I don't look for it new. I just been looking for it used for a while. And that is Jeff Buckley's Grace. This album, I don't know any of his other songs, but he does the cover of Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. And for me, he does the best version of anybody I've ever heard, including Leonard Cohen. And I've heard tons of versions of that song. I've always wanted the CD. I'm sure he's good at everything else, but found this and thought, that'll be a good one for my collection too. So haven't listened to any of those yet, but we'll be doing so this week. Then I went to a Bridge House store, and that is kind of like a Goodwill. And they usually have a ton of CDs and everything. And they didn't. Well, they did, but they were not, nothing was changed really from the last time I went a couple weeks ago. And it was all, mostly kind of stuff I never heard of. There was a few alternative rock CDs this time, but I had them all, so, I wasn't getting anything. But then they had some records, and they had a couple new, milk crates kind of spread out on the floor that weren't there before, so I probably missed out on some good stuff, but I got a few things that I thought would be worth getting. The first one is one that I've seen a lot of people talk about. They say it's great, and I don't know anything about this guy, but it was the Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs by Marty Robbins. Now, it's in tough condition. I can't tell what version I have of this as far as on Discogs and price-wise. I think this is, if it wasn't torn up, would probably be worth about $15. These were all $1, these records. But as you can see, this part of the back is kind of torn off, and there's a number 6 on a lot of versions of this in this corner, and so I don't know if this is what pressing this is. It doesn't matter really. I just like to know, what version I have and what it would be worth if I was willing to sell it. But when I got there, this man, old man, looks like he was probably about 80 or 90, and he picks it up, and of course it says Janine maybe right there. He picks it up and he looks at it, and his wife's there, and he looks at her and he says, "Yeah, this is great, but it's all scratched up, so it won't play." And I was like, "Ooh, that's a bad attitude to have, my friend." It is a Columbia 6i, and it is fairly scratchy looking, but I played it, and it has 2 skips in it, and I think I could probably get the skips out, and it has some pops in it, but when I walk in the other room, can't hear the pops for some reason. So I was like, if I really clean this up, it might be a pretty good version of it. So I did a little quick surface clean, and it didn't sound bad. Like I said, it had 2 skips. They were at the end of both side 1 and the end of side 2. And I looked at it and I was like, I think I could probably work these little scuffs out and get it to where it doesn't skip at all. So that guy, missed out. It was probably something he loved when he was younger, and but everybody talks about this thing, how great it is, and it was pretty good. I gotta admit, I was like, I didn't know what to expect, and it was Gunfighter Ballads. Then the other thing I thought was I honestly bought this because I think the picture's kind of funny, and it's this one also came from the Bridge House because it says $1.99 on it. So this one did not come from, not the Bridge House, Red, White, and Blue. This one was from Red, White, and Blue. The others are from Bridge House. So this one was $1.99, and it was Merry Christmas, Bing Crosby. So this thing is actually worth a few bucks. It's still in its original shrink wrap. It's open, but original shrink wrap. The record itself, it's pretty good. It's got some dog hair and everything on it because I haven't cleaned it. But it's pretty good overall. If you look at that real close, you'll see all the dog hair on it. That is dog hair, not a scratch. So it needs to be cleaned up. But it doesn't look too bad. There's a few small surface scratches that probably won't affect the play. And I thought that was kind of a fun find. I like Christmas music at Christmas time. I don't play it too early and I don't play it too late, but I do play it around December. So, I don't go overboard this year. I didn't play too much. But last year, I played a ton of it. And, I just play for myself. It's not like I'm entertaining anybody. The next one was something called Sea Train, the Marblehead Messenger. Now, I listened to this last night, and it was pretty good. I mean, I just did a little basic clean. I didn't have too many pops in it. There's no scratches. This record looks like almost new. And the thing of it is that it came out in October of 1971, and I was born in November of 1971. So I like to try to find albums that were come out around my birthday, And I didn't know it when I picked it up. Actually, I really didn't. I just got home and I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty good." But it's in real good shape. I mean, the cover's not messed up too bad. There's a little bit of scuffing right there, and that was probably from being in the bin it was in. It's a little dirty, not too much. There's a little stuff in the crease here, but overall, this is like a really good shape album. It's only worth like $5, mid range, value. But I listened to it. It was kind of it was a rock album, but that late 60s, 70s kind of stuff, not hard rock, but it was good. It wasn't something I didn't like. Then I saw this, and I thought, I've already got 2 copies of this. I don't remember how well the albums are. I'm not a huge fan. Like, some people think this is probably one of the greatest rock albums ever. I do not think that. I think it's got some good songs on it, but Boston, their self-titled album. This is my 3rd copy of it. Can't really tell what version it is because I can't read the stuff in the wax here. But I feel like this version is like a $15 range version. It's in real good shape. It is dirty. It needs to be clean. It's got the hair on it. Again, dog hair. Because usually when I get new records, if they have a little bit of static on them, as soon as I take them out, it sucks up all the dog hair in my house. This little dog right here that's sitting next to me sheds everywhere. So anyway, this has got More Than a Feeling, Smoking, Hitch a Ride, Let Me Take You Home Tonight. I mean, it's a good album. But it's not the most amazing thing in the world to me. I think it's good, but I think it's highly overrated. I feel like it's the album that people know that weren't really into music. Like as far as everything, they knew it was on the radio, and they knew that album, so that was like the big hit for its time, and that's what they consider it to be the greatest album, but it's kind of mid-range for me. It's no big deal. And then finally the last 2, got another copy of the Monkees, More of the Monkees, and there's another one that I have 2 or 3 copies of, and this cover is still in its original shrink wrap. It's opened, but this looks like the best copy I own, because the others the covers are falling apart. The records are real noisy. And this one looks like it's going to be pretty good. There is a pretty good scuff. I don't know if you can see it right there on it. So I don't know if that's going to make a skip or not. But the record overall looks pretty good. So this may be a good copy if that scuff doesn't do anything, to the playback. This may be the best one, and I can get rid of the other two, I guess. But I was always one of those people that, even though, the Monkees may or may not be a real band, I always liked them. But this one has the hits on it. Let's see what the hits are. I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. I guess that's a cover, because other people have done that song. I don't know if they've originated it or not. I'm a Believer is the last song on it. And the others, I don't know. Mary Mary might be a popular song. I can't remember all, because I don't have everything by the Monkees, of course, but I have enough stuff but it seems to all be like hits version albums. And then the last one, which another guy picked up, and he walked around the store, and while I was looking in the bin, as soon as I picked up the Boston album, he comes and he says, "Here, I'm going to put this back in that bin." And it was another Monkees album. And this one's just the Monkees. And this one's got a little more as far as the hits go. It's got the theme from the Monkees. It's got I Want to Be Free, Last Train to Clarksville, and that's the last one that looks like a big hit to me. But I know I've never seen this one before in a store. And this one's in nice condition as well. Back cover's got a little stuff on it down there, Front cover looks pretty good. The corners are a little dinged, but really good picture of them. And then the record itself, let's see how that looks. This one has some scratches. They look like they're just straight line, so they might not be too bad, but there's 3 long ones that go pretty much across the record on that side and 2 or 3 on this side. So it may or may not play well. I don't know. I haven't cleaned records in a while. I need to do that. I've got a lot of records that need to be cleaned. And I don't know if you guys know about how to do the toothpick trick on scratches. If you got a record that's not really worth a lot of money, or it's in real bad shape, it's worth trying to do. But you could basically kind of fix the grooves, because when it scratches, it kind of like, it doesn't like dig into the whole thing a lot of times. If it's just like on the top, it kind of breaks the groove, and it kind of, instead of going in a straight line, it'll go in a straight line, and then it'll kind of bend in, like, I don't know, I'm trying to do this with my hands, but I guess you can't, but it'll bend, and so you'll have, instead of a straight line, you'll have a bent line, and when you run a toothpick through the grooves, it kind of pops it back into a straight line. It doesn't always work, but I've fixed a couple records that you can't even tell that it's got a scratch on it at that point. So that's that. That's all I got. The last trip I made. Hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to, if I get that job, then I think things will work out, because hopefully it'll be more money than I'm making now. And I can get this car paid off and my other bill that I got to pay. But otherwise, I don't see myself buying anything new in the near future. That, I could come in a couple bucks tomorrow and go buy something. I don't know. But as far as going out to buy new records, I don't see that happening. I got a cart on one of these places that I want to order some stuff from, and it's got like 11 records in the cart, and I ain't getting any of them. I can tell you, not anytime soon anyway. But that's that. Hopefully, I'll come back and do something, maybe like I did last time with, some kind of rankings or something. Because other people do it, and they seem to go over well. They just come up with some band, that they like, And like I said, my rule will be if I have 4 albums or more by a band, I'll do a ranking thing of them. Maybe we'll do like, I don't know, let's pick somebody. Like, if I were to do, see now, this is a band I wouldn't do it because I don't have enough of their big albums, like Anthrax. I've only got 4 albums by Anthrax, and they are basically 4 in a row. Not their classic album. Well, to me, that one, Persistence of Time, is a classic, but that's like a rarities and B-sides kind of thing. And then Sound of White Noise, that's the one with different singer. So is this one, a Stomp 442, whatever his name was, John somebody. But anyway, I may do something where I've got most of the good albums by a band or something. And besides that, I got nothing else to say today. It was just, I felt like I needed to make a video so I can deal with these records and put these CDs away and everything. So that's that. See you guys next time.